I've always been a very curious human being as I shit my pants. And oh my god, I don't know if you know where this is going. Hello everyone, I hope you are having a great day and a great time and everything is good and fresh. And sisters, I'm so sorry, I'm gonna shut up now. If this looks familiar to you, it's just because I just filmed the recreating Jeffree Star, recreating Rihanna's Vogue makeup look, and it turned out like decent. Like it actually doesn't look that bad. So I thought I'm gonna film another video because it just took a lot of time and effort. I'm not gonna let that go to waste. Okay, so today I thought I would talk about a few dumb things I did as a child. I was just a dramatic kid.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're.
This is also going to be a mukbang. You know what I mean? You know that thing where the eating thing, what you eat. And I'm going to be eating some pork minis because I'm just in the mood. And I just thought I should give you like a little unboxing. So this is what it looks like. It's really big packaging. Eat it, lock it, repeat. True. Store it in your cabinet, read it at your will. Who's their marketing person? Like so quirky. Oh my god. Okay, so this is what it looks like. It has a little zip. I'm just gonna open it. This is what it looks like on the inside. That's all that's left. Okay, I'm gonna take one out. This is the product. As you can see, the packaging, I really like it. It's the mini version of it. Like, I really like the blue chrome finish of this packaging. Wow, okay, that's really easy to open. That's really fun. This is what the product looks like. And you can like, and that's what the inside looks like. And you just like. So yeah, the first childhood story that I'm gonna tell you is how do people like eat and do this at the same time? This is really stupid. I can't do both at the same time. I think I was 10 or 9. Yeah, I was 9 because my 10th birthday was a month or two away from this incident. I don't know where I saw someone that had bangs and I really wanted bangs. I never had bangs in my life. And my hair is naturally really curly and frizzy and just not a thing on its own. Like it has to be styled. But like I wasn't gonna be styling my hair at 9 years old. I've come to realize that if you see a girl and she has bangs, there's a 95% chance that she's going through something and she's not telling you about, or that she doesn't know that she's going through herself yet. So I don't know what I was going through as a 9-year-old baby child. I really wanted bangs. Maybe I just really wanted them, you know, maybe I was one of the 5%. So I was begging my mom and my mom was just like, no, it's not gonna look good on you. And I was really offended by this truth. I was like, how can you say that? You have to let me experiment, you have to let me do things for myself, blah blah blah. And she was like, yes, okay, but it's not gonna look good. Like your hair is curly, it's gonna curl up, it's gonna look really disgusting, don't do it, you know, listen to a practical, rational, level-headed adult. But I was like, no. So my mom took me to the salon. So I sat in the chair. The gal was like, we're gonna give you some bangs now. She cut my bangs and then she blow dried my hair. So it was really like the bangs were straight and they were like pretty looking. And I was like, see, like this looks so cute, I told you. And then came the day for me to wash my hair. I came out of the shower. My bangs were just frizzy and curly and like curly over here. So they were just like a patch of just weird curly hair going it just looks so bad. And I was just like, okay, this is not what I wanted. I hate it. I really did not like my bangs. I did not appreciate them, and I was realizing that my mom was right. But I also didn't want to tell her anything because then she'd be like, I told you, you don't listen to me, blah blah blah. So I had like a little bit of an ego thing going on there, and I didn't know the concept of how hair grows. I don't know if you know where this is going. I was really frustrated one afternoon with my bangs and the way that I looked, and I was really sad about it because I didn't like the way that I looked. So I took it upon myself to go to the kitchen, take the kitchen scissors. My mom was asleep. I went to the washroom, looked myself in the mirror. I was like, these bangs are so ugly, they gotta go. I just didn't think in my pea brain that like they're still gonna be the scalp. I just thought it'll just magically like blend into the rest of my hair. I took the scissors and chopped them off and just held them in my hand, and I was like, and then I looked at my head and there was just a round spot of really short, tiny, spiky hair, and I was like, wait, what's that? In that moment, I learned a very important lesson as I held my bangs in my hand about how hair works and how hair growth works and how hair is placed on my head. I started to cry. I was like, what have I done? And I just had like a bald patch. Oh my god, it was so ugly. And my birthday was in like 2 months. insane. I was having a full-on mental breakdown if I wasn't already standing there cutting my bangs. And then I took my hair in my hand, I hid it, I just ran to the kitchen, I just threw it in the trash can, and I retired to my corner. Now this is another tidbit. I had this corner. Our sofa was in front of a wall but not pressed against it, and there was a window on the other side, and there was just a little space in the middle where I would chill. I used to play with my Barbies. I had 12 Barbies. It was my safe space, it was my panic room, it was my comfort zone. After every meal I would go stand against the back of the sofa, and like the TV was right in front of it, so I was like stand in the back of the sofa and I would like just far away, man. I just watch TV, and like anyone that was sitting on the sofa or the couch at the time, they would just be like my mom would just sit there and laugh because I would just be letting it rip like loud as farts, but I was not ashamed. Still wouldn't be like I'm sorry I fart, like girls fart. Okay, so yeah, that was my farting corner, my Barbie house, my safe haven, if you will. No, I went and sat down, I looked at my Barbies, I was like, shit dude, help out a gal in her time of need. But my Barbies had nothing to say to me. They were just like, you dumb bitch, like why do you do things? And my mom kind of came out of the room and she was like just a little bit away from me, and I just like came out from behind the sofa and was like I did something. And then she's like, wait, what? And then she like came closer and she saw like the bald spot, not even bald, like just like the little spikies, like that much of my hair, just like that. I was expecting her to scream, tell me I'm a dumb ass child, which I deserve. My mother looks at me, looks at my head, bursts out laughing, and I'm just like, okay, great. Like I knew I already looked ugly, I didn't need my mother to laugh at me. And it was really sad because it took like months for my hair to grow back, and then like 2 months later it was my birthday, and we had to like take like that much of my hair and then pin it over the bald spot, and then like add like cute pins this way. I don't know, if I find a picture I'll like insert it, but don't count on it. But yeah, that was the time that I didn't know how hair grows and works, and I cut my own bangs. The next story that I have has a moral to it that I want everyone to learn. It's a pretty small snippet of my life, but it says a lot about me as a person, and it teaches you a lot about curiosity killing the cat. Isn't that the saying? I was like 3 years old, maybe even 2 years old. This was like right around the time I ran away from home. That's in another video. I'll link that below. Oh my god, so much promo. 2 video promos in 1 video. I've always been a very curious human being, and Lord knows it has gotten me into a lot of trouble. Like, you don't have to know everything. You don't really have to have all of the answers. You can just live your life, man. This was one of the first times, probably the first time, that I should have learned from and just chilled. It was like evening time one day. I went to the kitchen, and so I was tiny, right? This is where the kitchen counter was, and then you would like keep things here. I couldn't reach it. Like, it was just not a thing. There was just a lot of stuff like in containers, utensils, like they were just kept on the counter. This did not concern me. This would not have benefited me in any way. It was just none of my business. Like, I didn't need to do this at all. I was really curious about what is on top. So I can't see anything, but I can see that there's stuff kept, and I want to know what's in, you know, all of them. So I took my hand and I was like feeling the container, put my hand straight into it. Guess what it was? It was boiling hot, piping hot. Just took it off of the stove. Melted butter. Took my hand out, screamed bloody murder. I was just like, my mom came running. She like thought someone was trying to kill me or something, and I had like boils on my, oh my god, it was disgusting. So please take this as a learning lesson. Do not put your hand in things that you cannot see. Just leave them as they are. That's none of your business. Just don't do it. Now this last story is extremely disgusting. I'm going to let you know. I mean, I was a child, I was really little, but it still nonetheless is really disgusting. So if you're not into that, like, don't watch this. This one time I was playing teacher. And I was just like standing in the room, and like I had my toys laid out, and I was just teaching them something, and it's really close, and I wanted to take a shit, but I was in the middle of a very important lesson that my soft toys needed to hear, and I couldn't just abandon them. I couldn't afford to take a break. This was very important for the youth of inanimate objects. So I just let it flow. I shat my pants. So I'm standing there still talking to my toys, still teaching them as I shit my pants. And oh my god, I was a fidgety child. I got really curious. I was just born like 2 years ago, so I didn't know that like discovering the texture of your shit was a bad thing. So I took my hand, put it in my pants, played around with my shit in my underwear for I wanna say 5 to 10 minutes, but it was probably like half an hour. This is one of my earliest memories, which is really sad. But I was walking to the kitchen with my hand just in front of my face. My nails were grown, like there was shit in my nails. Oh my god, oh my god. I went to my mom. I was like, I did something. Honestly, my mom had to see a lot of things in her life, and she was kind of like yelling at me, but like she wasn't mad. She was just like grossed out and like, what the hell are you doing? I was a very dramatic kid. I started to cry. I fell to the floor. I held her legs and I was like, please forgive me. I did that a lot, like as a kid. When she got really mad at me for legit reasons or yelled at me for anything, I would like fall to the floor and like hold her legs. But yeah, that was a few stories. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I don't know if I like did these stories justice, but if you did, give it a thumbs up. Tell me some of your embarrassing childhood stories in the comments below. Share this video if you thought it was entertaining. I want to entertain some of your other friends. Subscribe to my channel for more videos. And once again, if you want to achieve this makeup look, then please click the link in my description. See you in the next one.